can hate Kyle Busch all you want, but this driver is the man of the decade of 2010. We were talking about earlier on how what has happened to Kyle Busch. He hasn't won in 21 races, and then goes out and wins the championship as well as the race. Welcome to the post race show, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jack Krause, and yeah, that was a very interesting championship for battle at Homestead-Miami Speedway. It was a lot of last or a lot of final time. Final race of the NASCAR in 2010s. Final race at Homestead as a championship finale, and man, let's just say it went out with a bang. So the race as a whole is the exact reason why I don't understand why is Homestead being replaced for Phoenix. I don't understand. That race was really good. It wasn't the best. Like I feel like Xfinity was a lot better, but it was a really good race. We saw a great battle throughout stage 2 with Hamlin. In fact, really with all 4 of the championship contenders, with Harvick, Hamlin, Truex, and Kyle Busch. Now throughout the race, I was kind of wondering who. There's always going to be that one driver that has a problem. In fact, there was 2 drivers, and one came at the worst time possible. Truex Jr. When he came up here, I believe near the middle of stage 2. For some reason, the crew decided to switch the tires, or like they switched the tires. How do you do that? How do you switch the tires when making for a pit stop? And you do it at the worst time. You could have done it on race 4 at Vegas or whatever, halfway through the season. No, you decided to do it at the championship finale with Truex Jr. They switched the left front and right front tires, I believe, or something with the left and right side tires. Luckily, though, John Nemechek spun. That allowed them to get back on the lead lap. But then later on, I think with 60-something laps to go, Hamlin also has a problem. When his team came on the pit road, one of the crew guys put too much tape on his car. His car started to overheat, and he had to come on the pit road to get rid of the tape, and that basically just sealed his fate. Kyle Busch was really that driver that I just didn't see it happen. I thought he was going to be that driver that he's going to have moments, but I didn't think he was going to be a main factor. I thought it was going to be Harvick versus Hamlin, because those drivers had the most momentum heading into Homestead. Also, just a quick side note, sorry if the lighting looks very different. I'm trying something new. Not the best, but just a one-time thing. Don't worry about it. It's kind of funny with Kyle Busch, though, because he spent majority of the year just taking a massive dump on this package, on how much he hated it, on how it's not part of NASCAR, and all that. And does the most Kyle Busch thing ever, goes out and wins the championship. It's like, you hate it, but then you win the championship with it. Like, that makes no sense. But hey, that's just Kyle Busch. Also, what a shame for Hamlin, though. I mean, I felt like personally that was his last opportunity to win, or at least have a shot at a championship. To me, he felt like he came in, like I said earlier, he came in with the most momentum heading into this race, and really he didn't everything right. It's just too much tape from his crew guy, and that's what sort of sealed his fate. It was not so much battling up front, like Truex dominated stage 1. We saw a bit more battles in stage 2 and stage 3, but nothing like what we saw last year or the year before, even Xfinity last night, where it was literally a battle to the end. And that's one reason why I don't like this package, because it's all good at the start when everything's jumbled up, but once it gets spread out, it's very, very difficult to gain ground. Obviously, it's a lot easier because Homestead, it's a worn-out track. You can race different lanes and whatever. But I think with like 30 laps to go, I knew right then and there, Kyle Busch, he's got this one in the bag, because he had like a 7-9 second lead over Truex. But the good thing about this championship for it was that everyone had a shot. Everyone had equal opportunities. With last year's Formula 2018, it felt like only 3 drivers really had good opportunities at winning. 2017, only 2 drivers had a shot at winning. This time, it felt like all 4 had a good chance at winning this championship. That's one of the things I like. Finally, the format, look, I hate on it. I hate it, but this was the right championship for. These 4 drivers stepped up to the plate. They dominated the season, all season long, these 4 drivers. And first of all, huge congratulations to not Truex Jr., but to Joe Gibbs. They break a record tonight. They become the winningest organization in the season. Before, it was Hendrick Motorsports. They won, I believe, 17 or 18 out of 36 races back in 2007. Joe Gibbs beat that. And yeah, it's kind of fitting, though, that Joe Gibbs gets it. Kind of more of a bittersweet story, because obviously we know what happened in the offseason in January. J.D. Gibbs, who was the president of Joe Gibbs Racing, who really was a main part of Joe Gibbs' success at that race shop. Passed away in January, and for them to not only win the Daytona 500, but to then also win the championship, it's bittersweet there. But yeah, again, lots of bittersweet moments. Final race of 2010's gonna have a new decade. Kyle Busch ends the decade as the winningest driver of the 2010s. We then go on to a new decade of NASCAR. We have a new car coming out in 2021, a new engine in 2022 with some form of electrification, more hybrid-like system. A new schedule in 2021, completely revamped schedule in 2020. Homestead no longer be the championship finale. It moves to March. Man, I mean, I don't know what to give this race. It was a good race. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. It was just a good race. Nothing really much happened there. So, Kyle Larson, I should say, though, I mean, that guy cannot catch a break. I felt like he was going to take the lead from Kyle Busch and you battle for the lead. But he came pit road, engine shut down, no power, done for the day. Really, that guy cannot catch a break, so I feel bad for him. But hopefully he can have now more momentum, because Larson, he had a really good 2019, at least for the second half of the season. Sort of came back to light. Hopefully he can have a revamped start in 2020. And yeah, I'll tell you what. There are a lot of things that I don't like what NASCAR is doing, mainly with the schedule and the electrification stuff, but I'm honestly excited for this new decade of NASCAR. Yeah, I cannot wait till February, Daytona. I'm more than likely going to be at the Daytona 500. I'm trying to be there for at least from Thursday to Sunday, hopefully. And yeah, what do you guys think of not only this race, but the season as a whole? My personal thoughts, it was a good season. Oh my God, he's got a car. Oh, okay, that's cool. Kyle Busch has his son, Brexton, literally driving around the track. He's trying to one-up Harvick and Keelan. Okay, that's pretty cool. Alright, that's pretty cool. Look, Kyle Busch, I hate you, but a lot of respect for you. I had him out. I had him not even in the championship 4. Not only was he able to do it, get in the championship 4, but he was able to take home all the gold. But yeah, again, what are your thoughts on this race? What are your thoughts on this season as a whole? I thought it was much better than 2018, but yeah, very interested to see what 2020 has in store for us. For the final time in the post-race show, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more content. But until next time, my name is Jack Host from NASCAR on MDK, and I'll see you guys in 2020 in Daytona.